You asked for it, so I got it. The ASUS RT-BE88U, which is the first Wi-Fi 7 router to offer up to 34 gigabits per second of combined wire network capacity, as ASUS has proudly said a few months ago. I tend not to trust those numbers because they're just usually theoretical data transfer rates, but it's via Ethernet, so we'll see in the dedicated review and testing video. Right now, we'll get a good look at what's inside the box. It's a fairly thick and heavy package with the 4 antennas positioned separately, so yes, they are upgradable. You also get the power adapter and an Ethernet cable as well. The main WAN LAN port and the SFP Plus slot to support 10 gigabits per second, which is a very appealing feature to have. But it doesn't surprise me considering the price tag of the device. Now let's move forward with the teardown. We do need to remove the 2 silicone feet and the 2 silicone covers for what looks like mounting holes. Just like on the RT-BE88U Pro, these holes are flat, with no place to insert a screw head. And of course, there's the warranty seal. I mean, it doesn't say it out loud as on other ASUS routers, it's just a weird icon on the seal, but I'm fairly sure that damaging it may void your warranty, especially if you're outside the US. Next, I used the prying tool and detached the top side quite easily. Then we can see what looks like a gold-plated heat spreader that sits on top of a larger aluminum heat spreader. We do need to remove the smaller one, and after that we can see a weird design decision. This is more of a personal take, but is it safe to have the cables crossing from within the aluminum heat spreader? Will it stay at a reasonable enough temperature as to not cause any damage in the long term? Also, that cable that's stuck to the rear side of the SFP Plus slot, that's a very risky position considering that the SFP modules can get hot during data transfer. I'm sure there were better ways to route the antenna cables. Anyway, after taking out the large aluminum heatsink, we need to detach the antenna connectors, and it's great that ASUS did not solder them or glue them to the board. Then, after removing the 3 screws, we can remove the board completely from the plastic case. On the rear side of the PCB we can see another large heat spreader, and yes, I did remove this one as well. After that we can see the 3 aluminum covers, the double one hiding what seems to be 8 highly integrated front-end modules from Skyworks. Very interesting placement. Underneath the other aluminum cover there is nothing of interest to us, but we do need to take a closer look at the storage chipset. After returning to the top side, I removed the remaining aluminum covers, and now we can see the rest of the main components. That's about all for this teardown. I will test this router very soon, so make sure to stick around to see the results. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.